What if I told you the only thing standing between you and an unstoppable mind isn't your circumstances, your failures, or even your past, but the way you think? Right now, you're holding the keys to transform weakness into power, fear into courage, and doubt into clarity. And the best part? The ancient wisdom of Buddhism has already mapped the path for you. By the end of this video, you won't just feel inspired. You'll have the tools to face anything life throws at you and come out stronger. Let's unlock the secrets together. 1. The Eightfold Path, your blueprint for an unstoppable mind. The journey to mental strength begins with a map, the Eightfold Path. Think of it as your ultimate guide to living with clarity, resilience, and purpose. It's not just philosophy, it's actionable wisdom. Start with right view, seeing the world as it is, not how fear paints it. Understand that suffering is part of life, but it's also a teacher. Next is right intention. Align your goals with what truly matters. Focus on growth, not perfection. Each step of the Eightfold Path, from right speech to right mindfulness, strengthens your mind like a muscle. Practice these principles daily, and you'll notice a shift. You'll stop being reactive and start becoming intentional. The path is your foundation, steady, reliable, and life-changing. 2. The real source of weakness. How to break free. Weakness isn't in your circumstances, it's in your mindset. It's the invisible chains of doubt, fear, and attachment that keep you stuck. Buddha said, "You are your own master. You make your future." Here's how to break free. Start by identifying what weakens you. Is it self-doubt, fear of failure, toxic relationships? Once you see the root, you can start to let go. Replace the negative self-talk with empowering questions. What can I learn from this? Or, how can I turn this into an opportunity? Every time you challenge weakness, you chip away at its hold on you. Breaking free doesn't happen overnight, but every small victory builds unshakable confidence. 3. Equanimity, the ultimate secret to staying unshaken. Imagine standing in the eye of a storm. The wind howls, the rain lashes down, and chaos surrounds you. Yet amidst all this turmoil, you remain still, calm, composed, and unshaken. This inner peace is called equanimity, and it is one of the most powerful qualities you can develop. What is equanimity? Equanimity is the ability to maintain a calm and balanced mind, no matter what life throws at you. It doesn't mean you're emotionless or detached from reality. Instead, it means you've mastered the art of not letting external situations dictate your internal peace. Life is full of highs and lows, successes and failures, joys and sorrows. If you're always chasing the highs and running from the lows, you'll find yourself exhausted and unsettled. Equanimity teaches us to approach life with acceptance, knowing that both joy and pain are temporary. The secret to equanimity. The secret lies in understanding that clinging to the highs and fearing the lows creates unnecessary suffering. Joy, no matter how wonderful, will pass. Pain, no matter how unbearable, will also pass. When you embrace this truth, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster and discover true peace. Here's an example. Imagine receiving praise at work. It feels great, but if you cling to it and define your self-worth by it, you'll crumble the next time criticism comes your way. Equanimity helps you appreciate the praise without becoming dependent on it, and it helps you handle criticism without letting it destroy your confidence. Practical steps to cultivate equanimity. Pause in difficult moments. When faced with a challenging situation, stop for a moment before reacting. Take a deep breath and let your emotions settle. This pause creates space for clarity. Ask reflective questions. In the heat of the moment, ask yourself simple questions like, "Oh, will this matter in a week, a month, or a year? Oh, am I reacting emotionally, or can I respond calmly? Oh, what can I learn from this situation? These questions shift your perspective and help you avoid overreacting. Practice gratitude for both highs and lows. Gratitude isn't just for the good times. When you learn to be thankful even for challenges, you gain a sense of balance. Challenges shape your character, and equanimity helps you see them as opportunities for growth. Embrace meditation. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to cultivate equanimity. By sitting quietly and observing your thoughts without judgment, you train your mind to stay calm, even in stressful situations. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Detach from outcomes. This doesn't mean you shouldn't care about results. It means focusing on your effort, not the result. Whether you succeed or fail, your peace remains intact because you've given your best. Remember the bigger picture. Often we let minor inconveniences or setbacks ruin our peace. But when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture of life, you'll realize how small these moments really are. This perspective makes it easier to let go. Why equanimity makes you unstoppable. When you develop equanimity, you become unshakable. Life's storms will come, but they won't control you. Imagine being the person who stays calm in a crisis, the one who others look to for strength and guidance. That's the power of equanimity. Think of it as a superpower. While others react impulsively, get overwhelmed, or crumble under pressure, you remain steady. Your clarity and calmness allow you to make better decisions, handle challenges with grace, and enjoy life without being ruled by external circumstances. Equanimity isn't built overnight, but every small step you take brings you closer to a life of inner peace and strength. Start today by pausing, breathing, and letting go of the need to control everything. Over time, you'll find that nothing, not chaos, not criticism, not even failure, can disturb your peace. And that is true power. 4. Confronting inner demons. Transform fear into power. Everyone has inner demons. They come in many forms: fear of failure, self-doubt, guilt, shame, or the fear of the unknown. These demons are not physical monsters, but the voices in your mind that whisper, "You can't do this," or "What if you fail?" They hold you back, keeping you stuck in a cycle of fear and hesitation. But here's the truth: your demons only have as much power as you give them. When you confront them, they lose their grip, and you reclaim your strength. What are inner demons? Inner demons are the negative thoughts and emotions that we suppress or avoid. They often stem from past experiences, societal expectations, or deep-seated insecurities. For instance, a childhood failure might turn into a lifelong fear of trying new things. A critical comment from someone might grow into a persistent voice of self-doubt. A traumatic experience might lead to irrational fears or avoidance. These demons thrive in the shadows of avoidance. The more you run from them, the stronger they become. Why facing fear is essential. Buddhism teaches that fear is an illusion, a creation of the mind. Buddha said, "The whole secret of existence is to have no fear." When you face your fears, you realize they are not as powerful as they seemed. Avoiding them only gives them control over your life. Confronting them, on the other hand, transforms that fear into courage and self-confidence. Fear isn't your enemy. It's a signal. It shows you where you feel vulnerable and where you have room to grow. Every fear you face is an opportunity to build strength. How to confront your inner demons. Acknowledge their presence. The first step is awareness. Denying or suppressing your fears only allows them to grow in the background. Instead, acknowledge their presence. Say to yourself, "I feel afraid of this," or "I notice I'm doubting myself." Write your fears down. Seeing them on paper makes them feel less overwhelming and more manageable. Identify the source. Ask yourself, where does this fear come from? Is it tied to a specific event or experience? Is it rooted in someone else's opinion or expectation of you? Understanding the root of your fear helps you separate it from reality. Often you'll realize it's based on assumptions or outdated beliefs rather than facts. Reframe your perspective. Instead of seeing fear as a sign of weakness, view it as a challenge to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this fear? Or how can I use this fear to push myself forward? For example, fear of public speaking can be reframed as an opportunity to build confidence and share your ideas. Take small, brave steps. You don't have to conquer your fears all at once. Start small. If you're afraid of failure, take a minor risk where the stakes are low. If you're afraid of rejection, practice speaking your mind in safe environments. Each small step builds courage, and with every success, your fear loses its power. Challenge negative thoughts. Inner demons often thrive on irrational or exaggerated thoughts like, "I'll never be good enough," or "everyone will judge me." Challenge these thoughts with facts and logic. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Or what's the worst that could realistically happen? Most fears are based on what-ifs that are unlikely to occur. Visualize success. Close your eyes and imagine yourself overcoming your fear. See yourself succeeding, feeling confident and thriving. Visualization trains your brain to believe in positive outcomes, making the fear feel less intimidating. Accept imperfection. Fear often arises from the pressure to be perfect or avoid failure. Understand that imperfection is part of being human. Mistakes are not signs of weakness. They're opportunities to grow stronger. Transforming fear into power. When you confront your fears, something incredible happens. They stop controlling you, and you begin to control them. What was once a source of anxiety becomes a source of strength. Fear is like a muscle. You can train it by repeatedly facing it. Each time you do, you build resilience and confidence. For example, consider someone afraid of failure. Instead of avoiding challenges, they start small, taking on tasks where failure is possible but not catastrophic. With each attempt, they learn, grow, and realize that failure isn't the end. It's a stepping stone. Over time, fear turns into determination, and they approach life with newfound courage. The role of compassion in facing demons. While confronting fears, remember to be kind to yourself. Inner demons are part of everyone's journey. They don't make you weak, they make you human. Treat yourself with compassion as you would a friend facing a tough time. Encourage yourself, celebrate small victories, and forgive yourself for setbacks. Why facing fear makes you unstoppable? Imagine living without the weight of fear. What would you do? What risks would you take? What dreams would you chase? By confronting your inner demons, you unlock a version of yourself that's bold, confident, and unstoppable. Life will always have challenges, but when you stop running from fear and start facing it, you transform. You discover a strength you never knew you had. As Buddha said, fear does not prevent death, it prevents life. Conquer your inner demons and watch as your life becomes limitless. Start today. Pick one fear, one inner demon, and face it head-on. Even the smallest step toward confronting it will create momentum. With time, you'll find that the demons you once feared are now your greatest sources of power. That's the beauty of transformation. 5. Mastering mindfulness, the superpower of mental strength. Mindfulness is often called a superpower, and for good reason. It's not about sitting cross-legged on a mountain or blocking out the world. It's about being fully present in each moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. When you master mindfulness, you unlock a level of mental strength that can transform your life. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the art of paying attention to the present moment. It's about experiencing life as it is, rather than being lost in the past or worrying about the future. Buddha described mindfulness as the path to enlightenment because it helps you see reality clearly and free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Think of your mind like a jar of muddy water. If you keep shaking it, worrying, overthinking, and reacting, it stays cloudy. But when you let it settle, the mud sinks and the water becomes clear. That's what mindfulness does for your mind. It clears the clutter so you can think and act with clarity and strength. Why mindfulness is a superpower. Most of us live on autopilot. We react to situations without thinking, let emotions take over, and get trapped in cycles of stress and regret. Mindfulness breaks this cycle. It gives you the power to pause, observe, and choose your response. Here's why it's so powerful. It reduces stress. When you're mindful, you stop overthinking and focus on what's in front of you. This calms your mind and lowers anxiety. It enhances focus. A mindful mind doesn't get distracted easily. You'll find it easier to concentrate on tasks and achieve your goals. It builds emotional resilience. By observing your emotions without being overwhelmed, you learn to handle even the toughest situations with grace. How to practice mindfulness. You don't need hours of meditation to start mastering mindfulness. Here are simple ways to incorporate it into your daily life. Start with your breath. Your breath is always with you, making it the perfect anchor for mindfulness. Whenever you feel stressed or overwhelmed, take a few deep breaths. Focus on how the air feels as it enters and leaves your body. This simple act brings you back to the present. Mindful eating. Instead of rushing through meals, slow down. Notice the colors, textures, and flavors of your food. Chew slowly and savor each bite. This practice not only enhances your enjoyment of food, but also trains your mind to focus. Mindful walking. Whether you're walking to work or just around your house, pay attention to each step. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the rhythm of your movement. Walking mindfully turns a mundane activity into a moment of calm. Observe your thoughts. Your thoughts are like clouds passing through the sky. You don't have to chase them or get carried away. Simply observe them. If a negative thought arises, acknowledge it and let it go, like watching a leaf float down a stream. Create mindful moments. Choose a regular activity, like brushing your teeth, washing dishes, or drinking tea, and do it mindfully. Focus entirely on the sensations and movements. These small moments of mindfulness add up to big changes. The challenges of mindfulness. Mindfulness sounds simple, but it's not always easy. Your mind will wander, distractions will pull at you, and old habits will try to take over. That's okay. The key is to notice when this happens and gently bring your attention back to the present. Remember, mindfulness is a practice, not a perfection. Think of it like training a puppy. At first, the puppy will run around, ignoring your commands. But with patience and consistency, it learns to sit, stay, and follow your lead. Your mind works the same way. With regular practice, it becomes more focused and disciplined. How mindfulness builds mental strength. It creates a pause before reaction. When someone says something hurtful or a problem arises, your instinct might be to react impulsively. Mindfulness gives you a moment to pause, breathe, and choose a response that aligns with your values. This pause is where your power lies. It helps you let go of what you can't control. So much mental energy is wasted on things beyond your control, what others think, the past, or an uncertain future. Mindfulness teaches you to focus on the present moment, where your power to act exists. It makes you aware of negative patterns. By observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you start noticing patterns. Maybe you're quick to assume the worst or often dwell on mistakes. Awareness is the first step to breaking these patterns and replacing them with healthier ones. It builds resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. Mindfulness strengthens your ability to stay calm and centered, even in the face of adversity. A mindful mind is like a strong tree. Its roots run deep, so it doesn't topple in the storm. The science behind mindfulness. Studies show that regular mindfulness practice changes the brain. It reduces activity in the amygdala, the part responsible for fear and stress, and strengthens the prefrontal cortex, which handles decision-making and self-control. This means mindfulness doesn't just feel good, it actually rewires your brain for strength and resilience. Practical mindfulness exercise. Try this simple mindfulness exercise right now. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Focus on the sensation of your breath. Feel the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and leaving your body. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. No judgment, no frustration, just awareness. Even 1 minute of this practice can help center your mind. Over time, it becomes second nature. Why mindfulness makes you unstoppable. Mastering mindfulness doesn't mean you'll never face challenges. It means you'll handle them differently. Instead of reacting with fear, frustration, or anger, you'll respond with clarity, calm, and strength. A mindful mind sees the world clearly and makes better choices. It turns chaos into opportunity and stress into growth. Mindfulness isn't just a tool, it's a way of life. Start small, practice daily, and watch as your mind becomes your greatest ally, guiding you to a life of strength, peace, and purpose. The journey to mindfulness begins with one step: paying attention. So take that step today and unlock the superpower of a calm, focused, and unstoppable mind. 6. Embracing impermanence, turning change into your strength. The only constant in life is change, yet we resist it, clinging to what we know out of fear of the unknown. Buddhism teaches that this resistance is the root of suffering. But here's the flip side. When you embrace impermanence, it becomes your greatest strength. Think of it like the seasons. Winter doesn't last forever, and neither does pain. Joy doesn't last forever, and that's why it's so precious. Change reminds us to cherish what we have and let go when it's time. Next time life changes unexpectedly, remind yourself, this too shall pass. Instead of resisting, ask, what can I learn from this? Embracing impermanence transforms you into someone who can adapt, grow, and thrive through anything. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. By following these 6 Buddhist lessons, you're not just learning to survive, you're learning to thrive. Mental strength isn't something you're born with, it's something you cultivate, step by step. Remember, the Eightfold Path guides your actions. Awareness of weakness helps you break free. Equanimity keeps you balanced. Facing fears unlocks your power. Mindfulness anchors you, and impermanence teaches you to flow with life. Your journey from weak to unstoppable begins today. Which of these lessons will you start applying? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's build a community of mentally strong individuals. If this video inspired you, don't forget to share it with someone who needs it.